The ocean, a world of mystery and majesty, has been the stage for some of humanity's most incredible tales of survival. Against its endless horizons, individuals have faced the unimaginable, battling the elements, isolation, and their own limits. These are stories of resilience, of human beings pushed to the very edge of endurance and beyond. Join us as we dive into the depths of despair and triumph with the top 10 astonishing survival stories from the deep sea. Discover the raw power of the human spirit in its quest for survival against all odds in the most unforgiving environment on Earth. Welcome to the Phantasmal Eternity Channel, as we journey into the heart of the sea's most kept secrets and the extraordinary tales of those who lived to tell them. First on our list is the story of Poon Lim. This isn't the plot of a novel or a movie. It's the incredible true story of Poon Lim, a man who faced the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean and emerged as a symbol of human resilience. Our story begins in the throes of World War II, a time when the seas were battlegrounds, and survival was a daily challenge. Poon Lim, a 25-year-old sailor from China, found himself in the midst of this global turmoil, serving aboard the British merchant ship SS Ben Lomond. Unbeknownst to him, his life was about to change forever. On November 23, 1942, as the SS Ben Lomond sailed alone in the South Atlantic, a German U-boat's torpedo found its mark. The ship sank rapidly, taking with it all but one of its crew. Poon Lim, amidst chaos and destruction, found himself plunged into the deep, his survival hanging by a thread. Poon Lim's ordeal had just begun. Armed with nothing but his wits and an unwavering spirit, he scrambled onto a wooden raft, his new home. With no food, water, or hope of immediate rescue, he faced the daunting task of survival. But how did he manage to stay alive for 133 days? Experts believe that Poon Lim's survival hinged on his incredible ingenuity and knowledge of the sea. He fashioned fishing gear from wreckage, collected rainwater for drinking, and used his hands to catch fish and birds. He was in a constant battle against dehydration, starvation, and the mental challenges of isolation. His ability to adapt and improvise was extraordinary. Poon Lim turned the ocean into his ally. He rigged a canvas sail to catch fish, used his shoes to collect rainwater, and even fought off sharks. Each day was a testament to human resilience, a battle won against the odds. After 133 days, Poon Lim's solitary voyage came to an end when he was spotted and rescued by Brazilian fishermen. His story, a remarkable journey of survival, courage, and the indomitable human spirit, continues to inspire. Second on our list is Stephen Callahan's 76 Days Adrift. This isn't the start of a fictional tale. It's the harrowing story of Stephen Callahan, who survived 76 days lost in the Atlantic, battling the elements, hunger, and despair. Join us as we dive into Stephen Callahan's remarkable journey of survival against all odds. Stephen Callahan was no stranger to adventure. An experienced sailor and naval architect, he set out from the Canary Islands on January 29, 1982, aboard his small sloop, Napoleon Solo, aiming for the Caribbean. But his voyage took a disastrous turn when, just a week into it, his boat was badly damaged in a storm. What went wrong? How did Stephen survive where so many others might have succumbed to the sea? The answer lies in a mix of preparation, ingenuity, and the human will to live. Stephen's ordeal began with a bang literally as his boat was struck and began taking on water. With no option but to abandon the ship, he scrambled into a 6-foot inflatable raft with only a small amount of supplies. Experts believe that survival at sea is as much a mental game as it is physical. Stephen's background in naval architecture and sailing didn't just prepare him technically but mentally as well. He utilized a spear gun for fishing, collected rainwater for drinking, and made repairs to his raft, all while navigating the treacherous Atlantic. Callahan's daily battles weren't just with hunger and thirst. He faced shark attacks, storms, and the psychological toll of isolation. His ingenuity extended to creating a water evaporation system for fresh water and using celestial navigation to attempt steering a course. After 76 days and drifting over 1,800 nautical miles, Stephen's fight for survival was finally over. Spotted by fishermen near Guadeloupe, he was rescued, and his story became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Third on our list is José Salvador Alvarenga's 438 days. Yet, none are as astonishing as the story of José Salvador Alvarenga, a fisherman who survived an incredible 438 days lost at sea. This is a tale of human endurance, a test of willpower against the elements, and the incredible journey back to civilization. José Salvador Alvarenga, a seasoned fisherman, embarked on what was supposed to be a routine fishing expedition off the coast of Mexico in late 2012. Along with a young crewmate, Alvarenga planned to spend a few days catching fish in the open ocean. But when a violent storm struck, their small boat was blown off course, setting the stage for an unimaginable ordeal. How did Alvarenga survive where so many would have perished? His story is not just one of survival, but of human ingenuity and resilience. Isolated and adrift, with his crewmates succumbing early into their ordeal, Alvarenga's survival hinged on his ability to adapt and overcome seemingly overwhelming odds. Experts believe that surviving at sea for any length of time is a monumental task. Alvarenga's story is unique due to the sheer length of time he was adrift and the strategies he used to survive. Alvarenga relied on rainwater for fresh drinking water and ate fish, birds, and even turtles he caught with his bare hands. His understanding of the sea's ecosystem was crucial to his survival. Mentally, the challenge was just as great. Alvarenga fought loneliness and despair, keeping hope alive through the recollection of memories and the desire to see his family again. His boat became his entire world, a small speck of life adrift in the immense Pacific. After 438 days, José Salvador Alvarenga's journey came to an end when he washed ashore on a remote island in the Marshall Islands, over 6,000 miles from where he had started. His story of survival is unparalleled, a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure and to hope. Fourth on our list is the Robertson family's 38-day survival. This is not just a story of survival, it's a testament to a family's unbreakable bond and will to live in the face of overwhelming odds. Join us as we navigate through the harrowing 38-day journey of the Robertson family, lost at sea, fighting for survival. In 1971, Dougal Robertson, an experienced sailor, embarked on a voyage across the world with his family aboard their 43-foot schooner, the Lucette. Their dream of circumnavigating the globe, however, took a nightmarish turn in the Pacific Ocean when a pod of killer whales rammed into their vessel, leaving them stranded in the vast open sea. How did a family with no significant survival training manage to endure 38 days adrift? The answer lies in their extraordinary teamwork, resourcefulness, and the ocean's unpredictable mercy. The Robertsons' ordeal began with a desperate scramble to salvage what they could before their yacht sank, setting them adrift on a small inflatable life raft and a wooden dinghy. Experts believe that surviving at sea is about making the right decisions early on. The Robertsons managed to secure essential supplies, including a water desalinator, which proved to be a lifeline. Their diet consisted mainly of raw fish, turtles, and rainwater. What's remarkable is their ability to work together as a family, maintaining morale in the face of adversity. Adapting to their harsh environment, the family faced storms, hunger, and the psychological toll of isolation. Yet, their unity and shared determination to survive kept them going, illustrating the human spirit's capacity to adapt and thrive even in the most dire circumstances. After 38 days adrift, the Robertson family's ordeal came to an end when they were spotted and rescued by a Japanese fishing vessel. Their story of survival against all odds is a powerful reminder of the strength found in family, hope, and the will to survive. The ocean tested their limits, but in the end, it was their unbreakable bond and resilience that saw them through. Fifth on our list is the Bailey's 117 Days Adrift. The story of Maurice and Marilyn Bailey stands as a beacon of resilience, love, and survival. Cast adrift for 117 days after a whale sank their yacht, their tale of survival on the high seas is nothing short of miraculous. In 1973, Maurice and Marilyn Bailey set sail from Southampton, England, aboard their yacht, the Orlean, dreaming of circumnavigating the globe. Their adventure, fueled by a love for the sea and each other, took a catastrophic turn in the Pacific when their vessel was struck by a whale, leaving them with nothing but a rubber life raft between them in the abyss. How did the Baileys manage to survive where so many others might have perished? This story of survival is one of incredible resourcefulness, mental fortitude, and an unyielding partnership. Stripped of all comforts, they faced the raw power of nature with courage and a determination to live. Experts believe that survival at sea for any extended period is extraordinary. The Baileys had to quickly adapt to their new reality, mastering the art of collecting rainwater and catching fish and birds for sustenance. The psychological aspect of their survival cannot be overstated. Their ability to maintain hope and morale, to support each other through the darkest moments, was crucial. Every day brought new challenges, from battling storms and sharks to overcoming the mental toll of isolation. Yet, the Baileys' story is also one of profound moments of beauty and peace amidst the struggle, of two people finding strength in each other and in the rhythm of the sea. After 117 days adrift, a Korean fishing boat rescued them. The Baileys' journey is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure and to the power of love and partnership in the face of unimaginable adversity. Their story, etched into the annals of maritime history, continues to inspire those who hear it. Sixth on our list is Louis Zamperini's 47 Days at Sea. Louis Zamperini, an Olympian-turned-soldier, survived 47 days adrift at sea, a testament not just to survival, but to the unyielding strength of the human spirit. Before the war, Louis Zamperini was an Olympic runner, who charmed the world with his speed and determination. But when World War II erupted, his life took a drastic turn. Enlisting in the U.S. Air Forces, Zamperini found himself in the midst of aerial combat over the vast Pacific Ocean. It was during a search mission in 1943 that his bomber crashed, leaving him and two fellow crewmen stranded at sea. How did Zamperini manage to survive where so many others might have succumbed to despair? The key lay in his indomitable will, honed on the running tracks, and a deep reservoir of survival instincts. With only a few provisions salvaged from their sinking aircraft, Zamperini and his crew faced the open sea's unforgiving reality. Experts believe that surviving at sea, especially without preparation, is a monumental challenge. Zamperini's athletic discipline and mental fortitude were critical to his survival. They battled hunger, thirst, sharks, and even enemy aircraft attacks. Zamperini's leadership and resourcefulness, including collecting rainwater and catching fish, kept them alive against all odds. As days turned into weeks, Zamperini's journey became not just a battle against the elements, but also a profound internal struggle. He faced the psychological torment of isolation and the ever-present specter of death with courage and a refusal to give in to despair. After an agonizing 47 days adrift, Zamperini's ordeal came to an end when they were spotted by a Japanese Navy patrol boat. Louis Zamperini's saga is a powerful narrative of survival, showcasing humans' incredible capacity to endure, hope, and find strength even in the darkest hours. Seventh on our list is the miraculous survival of the fishermen of the FV Judy. This is the story of three men, adrift for months in the Pacific Ocean, who faced the abyss and lived to tell the tale. In 2006, the FV Judy, a modest fishing vessel, set out into the vast Pacific with a crew of three hardy fishermen. Their mission was simple: to harvest the bounty of the sea. But fate had other plans. A violent storm crippled the Judy, casting her adrift. Far from any shipping lanes and with their equipment failing, the men found themselves facing a relentless sea, with only their determination and resourcefulness to rely on. How did these men survive where others might have succumbed to despair? The answer lies in their extraordinary survival instincts, deep knowledge of the sea, and an unbreakable bond of brotherhood. Experts believe that the Pacific Ocean is one of the most challenging environments on Earth. Surviving there requires not just skill and knowledge but an unparalleled will to live. The survivors survived by catching rainwater for drinking and relying on their skills to catch fish. Their story is a powerful reminder of human ingenuity in the face of adversity. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, the fishermen faced the full fury of the Pacific. They battled storms, evaded predators, and fought off the specter of despair. Yet, through it all, they never lost hope, drawing strength from each other and the dream of returning home to their loved ones. After an astonishing 9 months adrift, salvation came. Spotted by a passing vessel, the fishermen were rescued, and their ordeal was finally at an end. Their survival is a miraculous testament to the power of hope, the strength of the human will, and the unyielding courage to face the unknown. 8th on our list is Ricky Medji's 71 Days in the Outback. The Australian outback, a land of stark beauty and extreme conditions, has been the backdrop for incredible stories of survival. Among them is the astonishing tale of Ricky Medji, a man who found himself fighting for life in one of the planet's most unforgiving environments. In early 2006, Ricky Medji set out on a journey across the Northern Territory of Australia. His adventure took a drastic turn when, after offering a ride to 3 strangers, he was drugged and left for dead in the heart of the outback. Waking up in a shallow grave, with nothing but the vast wilderness around him, Medji's fight for survival began. How did Ricky Medji survive in such harsh conditions? His tale is one of human ingenuity, the will to live, and an intimate understanding of nature's bounty and brutality. With no food, water, or shelter, Medji relied on his wits and the sparse resources the outback could provide. Experts believe that survival in the outback requires knowledge of water sources and edible plants. Medji had to quickly adapt, learning to collect dew for water and to hunt for lizards and insects for food. The psychological aspect cannot be underestimated. The isolation and extreme temperatures of the outback test the limits of human endurance. Every day presented new challenges, from finding water in the scorching heat to avoiding deadly creatures. Medji fashioned a shelter from branches and collected water using plastic bags. His diet consisted of whatever he could catch, including snakes, lizards, and frogs. After 71 days, Medji's ordeal came to an end when he was discovered by farm workers. Emaciated but alive, he had lost over half his body weight. Ricky Medji's story is not just one of survival but a profound reminder of the human capacity to endure, adapt, and overcome the most dire situations. 9th on our list is Alain Bombard's 65 Days at Sea. This is the story of a man who dared to embark on a journey across the Atlantic alone and without provisions, armed only with his courage and deep conviction. In 1952, Alain Bombard, a French doctor and biologist, embarked on an extraordinary expedition. Disheartened by the fate of sailors lost at sea, Bombard was determined to prove that survival was possible with the ocean as the sole source of sustenance. With his inflatable boat, the Harrowing, Bombard set out from Monaco, aiming to cross the Atlantic and reach the Caribbean, relying only on what the sea could provide. What drove a man to face such perilous odds, and how did he plan to survive? Bombard's theory was revolutionary. He believed that a human could live off the sea's resources: fish for protein, plankton for vitamins, and rainwater for fresh water. But theory is one thing. The reality of the open sea is another. Experts believe that Bombard's journey was not just a test of survival, it was a groundbreaking scientific experiment. He had to navigate, fish, and collect rainwater, all while managing the physical and psychological toll of isolation. The ocean is an ecosystem rich in resources, but accessing these resources while adrift is a profound challenge. Bombard's methods were innovative and, ultimately, life-saving. Throughout his voyage, Bombard faced storms, equipment failures, and the ever-present danger of capsizing. Yet his resolve never wavered. Documenting his journey, he provided invaluable insights into survival at sea and proved his theories correct against all odds. After 65 days and over 4,000 miles, Alain Bombard's incredible journey came to an end as he reached the Caribbean, emaciated but alive. His voyage across the Atlantic was more than a tale of survival. It was a message of hope and resilience, showing that with knowledge, courage, and determination, the impossible can become possible. The 10th and final one on our list is the Andes flight disaster survivors. In 1972, a plane carrying a young rugby team, along with their friends and family, crashed into these unforgiving slopes. On October 13, 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 was on a flight from Montevideo, Uruguay, to Santiago, Chile, when it tragically crashed into the remote Andes Mountains. Of the 45 people on board, only 27 survived the initial crash. Stranded at over 11,000 feet, with little food and no heat in the biting cold, the survivors faced unimaginable hardships. How did a group of ordinary people endure in one of the most hostile environments on Earth? The answer lies in their incredible will to live, their ingenuity, and their unshakable unity. The survivors quickly realized that rescue was not imminent, and if they were to have any chance of survival, they would have to rely on themselves and the meager resources they had. Experts believe that the psychological impact of such a trauma, coupled with the harsh conditions of the Andes, cannot be overstated. Their survival depended on their mental strength as much as their physical resilience. They faced starvation, avalanches, and the constant threat of death. Their decision to resort to anthropophagy, consuming the bodies of those who had died, was a desperate measure for survival, one that has sparked much ethical debate but ultimately saved lives. Despite the odds, 2 of the survivors embarked on a daring trek across the mountains. After 10 grueling days, they finally found help, leading to the rescue of the remaining survivors 72 days after the crash. The ocean's depths hold tales that are as vast as they are deep. You have journeyed through the most astonishing survival stories the deep sea has ever whispered to the shores of human consciousness. Each tale, a beacon of hope, resilience, and the unyielding desire to live, serves as a powerful reminder of what people are capable of enduring with the strength of will, courage, and the instinct to survive. These stories transcend time and continue to inspire, teach, and remind us of the incredible power of the human spirit when faced with the vast and unpredictable sea. As we part ways with these tales of survival, let them serve as a lighthouse for all who navigate the storms of life, guiding us toward the strength we hold within. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary voyage through the top 10 astonishing survival stories from the deep sea. May the courage of these survivors illuminate your path, wherever it may lead. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Phantasmal Eternity channel for new content. Until we meet again, keep the spirit of adventure alive, and remember, the sea's most profound stories are those of the human heart.